Hey there. I am over on the other side of the river over in Pudong, and there's this really pretty area here. There's lots of greenery, so I thought it'd be an opportune time to have a quick aha moment. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I love all of these flowers, but my sinuses are going crazy in the spring. Anyway, I had this flash over, I finally think I have an analogy to explain to English speakers or speakers of Romance languages what it's like to try to read in Chinese. So here we go. Hashtags. I was writing a hashtag the other day for either Instagram or Twitter, and I was just kept staring at it. I generally don't do capital letters to guide words in my hashtags, and I know you can, but a lot of people don't, because let's face it, we all understand the medium and we understand that you pretty much know the words that are there and you figure it out. And that just hit me like a ton of bricks, because that's basically what reading in Chinese is. There's no spaces at all. You'll see periods, and I think there are commas too, but that's it. That's the only indication that you get that that idea is over. There are no spaces between the words. Now, in some of the graded texts really, really far down at my level, they'll artificially put spaces in there, but I think that's really deceiving, and I actually don't like it when they do that, because because I want to read, part of what I want to do early on and what I've tried to force myself to do is to read in its normal form. Yeah, graded language, because that's all I can handle, my 200 words in Chinese, but I need the spaces to not be there because that's how the text is. Now, Japanese uses similar-ish characters, at least they look similar when you're coming from Roman or an alphabet like English and the Romance languages that for some reason I can't remember the name of right now. But they have the decency to put spaces between their words. Look how pretty this is. Ooh. Anyway, so yeah, so they have the decency to put spaces. So there's a lot of other things that are super difficult within the Japanese language, but that's not one of them. But hashtags, right? We intentionally don't put spaces in between. I don't even think they would work if you put spaces between the words. And yet we can read them. Not only do we read them, we create them and we search for them and all kinds of things like that. So we're totally comfortable with hashtags. So if you are, well, no. Okay, here's the analogy. Imagine an entire book written in hashtag form without any spaces, without the hashtag symbol. That's what reading in Chinese is like. Okay, throw in some periods, probably some commas, and that's it. There's just no spaces. But knowing this and knowing how easily I read hashtags, it kind of gives me, in English, and actually a little bit in Spanish too, it gives me a little bit of hope that I can get over this spacing issue at some point. And I really need this booster because my HSK1 test is tomorrow, and I really, really needed a poof of confidence. I can't even think of the word in English. A boost of confidence. There we go. That's the collocation I wanted. I needed a boost of confidence. And I feel like this analogy gives me that confidence because I got used to hashtags. I write a lot of hashtags and I don't even think about them. It took me, almost a year of studying Chinese to make this analogy. So clearly, as David Foster Wallace would say, hashtags are my water. They're so normal to me that I don't even think of them as being different. So hopefully that's how I will get with the Chinese language as well. Oh, these are pretty flowers. I think we're gonna end on these pretty flowers. So yeah, envision the Chinese language as this is a whole bunch of hashtags without the hashtag symbol, and that is what it looks like. Whew. All right, off to my appointment. Sachin.